Happy Global Testers Day! Thank you so much for joining us in this month-long celebration of you and the QA community. Before we begin with our fantastic webinar, allow me to introduce you to our expert speaker. Brijesh Deb is a principal consultant with Infosys in the Netherlands. He has over 2 decades of experience in managing, coaching, and leading teams in software testing and the Agile mindset. He has hands-on experience ranging from basic mobile applications all the way up to major IoT solutions in sectors ranging from automotive, energy, even space. He's also the founding enabler of a testing community called the TESTER'S Chat. Thank you so much, Brijesh, for sending in your webinar, and thank you for joining us today. We hope you enjoy.
Namaste everyone. My name is Brijesh Deb and I'm a principal consultant with Infosys. I'm also the founding enabler of the Test Chat community. On this occasion of Testers Day, I want to congratulate each one of you for doing such an amazing job in testing your products and adding a lot of value to them. Happy Testers Day, everyone. I also want to thank QA Touch for giving me this opportunity to talk to you today. And what am I going to talk about? I'm actually going to ask all of you a question. What kind of a tester are you? Have you ever wondered? Yes, I'm asking you, what kind of a tester are you? Is there such a thing called kind of testers? Well, there is, because the legendary tester James Buck has given us a heuristic. On his website, he mentions and he talks about 7 kinds of testers. The first one are the administrative testers. Now, these are testers who do a lot of documentation. They take a lot of notes as they are testing. The second category of testers are technical testers. Now, these are people who like to solve each and every problem technically, be it writing a small macro, a small piece of code, a small utility, or an entire tool. They want to solve every problem technically. The third kind of tester that James identifies are analytical testers. As the name suggests, these people think a lot, they analyze everything to detail, and they gather a lot of data, and their reports are backed by a lot of data. The fourth kind of tester that James identifies are the social testers. These testers make a lot of friends and communicate a lot. These people ask a lot of questions during the course of testing. The next category of testers that James identifies are the empathic testers. Now, these are people with natural empathy towards other people, towards situations, towards their own products. They want to get into the customer's shoes, the end user's shoes, and see if the problem that is being built solves their problem or not. Then he identifies the next category of testers, which is user experts. User experts are probably the closest to the products, as they are the ones who understand the business, the domain very well. They understand what is the exact problem that the user is facing and what needs to be built to solve that problem. Finally, James also talks about developers being a kind of tester. Yes, developers do a lot of testing themselves. Well, one might argue this point by saying, oh, they only do unit testing, but that's still a lot of testing. And by the way, a lot of testers, or rather a lot of developers that I know, do much more than just doing unit testing. They sit with testers, they discuss the test strategies, they help them build their automation strategy as well and help them along the way. Anyways, having spoken about the 7 categories of testers, how or which one do you relate yourself to? Well, I would not be surprised if you come and tell me that there are more than one category that you relate to. There are more than one box that you tick, and it's absolutely fine. But the question is, why am I talking to you about categories of testers or kinds of testers on this occasion? I want to draw your attention to the skills. Each and every category that James has spoken about and I shared with you has a unique set of skills or a special set of skills that puts them in that category. And when you analyze yourself from that lens, you will see yourself ticking the box of the skills as well. For example, when I say if somebody is analytical, then that person possesses the analytical skills themselves. How good are you with analytics? How good are you in analyzing a particular situation, a particular test result that you have got to derive the conclusion from that? Think about it. At every step, it is very important for you to focus on the skill as a tester, focus on the set of skills. Now, some of the skills that are there or for testers, and some of the skills that the testers must possess are these skills that I mentioned about asking questions, about analytics, about being able to talk to a lot of people, communicate, about finding out what is the problem and how do I solve it, about getting down to the very basics, about trying to understand what is it that is required to solve the problem and ask a lot of questions. It is about being able to tell stories. Are you a good storyteller? Is that a skill that you possess? That is a very important skill that you need. How good is your reporting? Do you have the skills to report the observations accurately enough with supported by a lot of data? Think about it. When we say testing, it is not just, you know, testing the product as such. It is making use of the other skills as well. And you have to keep sharpening the saw to get better at the craft. You have to keep practicing those skills over and over, again and again. Add new skill set to your repertoire. Focus your energy on upskill. When I say upskilling, just don't jump on to the conclusion that I want to talk to you about automation. Before you get to automation, there is a lot to cover in testing itself. How good of a test craftsman you are. How good are you with the basic skills of communication? How good are you in your data creation skills? How good are you in your reporting skills? Think about all of this. After that, start thinking about automation because test craftsmanship is the precursor to any form of test automation. Now, when I say automation, remember one thing that automation is not about converting a set of test cases written by a group of people who do not use tools into something that a machine can run. No, that is a very limited purview of automation that you have. When you talk about automation, it is something that will help you in increasing your efficiency as a tester so that you can spend your testing acumen on doing something which is of more value to which is of more value to the product. When you're able to focus your energy on testing other parts and discovering that unknown that you're looking for. So this is very important for you to understand. Then, a lot of people they come and ask me, what is going to be the future of testing? With AI and machine learning, do you think that there is a threat to the future of testers? Are we going to be extinct? The answer is no, we are not going to be extinct. That is never going to happen because the AI or the machine learning algorithms that are written also need to be tested by somebody. And it is us testers who have to qualify those before they are put to use. As it is, AI and machine learning are still at a very early stage, but they definitely add a lot of value. They definitely add a lot of capability and they enhance our abilities as testers. So it is important to learn those and make sure that we understand the value that they bring in. Also, I want to talk to you about your careers. Now, when we talk about careers, I see a lot of testers switching from being a tester to a scrum master to a business analyst, and so on and so forth. Well, there is nothing wrong in switching, but however, before you want to switch, ask yourself this question: what is wrong with testing? Why can't I see a future in testing? Is it me who is not skilled enough to go to the next level or do something different in testing itself? I know this is a very hard question, but this is very important for you to answer before you make that switch. Again, I'm telling you that it's absolutely fine if you want to pick up another career. But at the same time, you want to understand, or you've got to understand this, that there is absolutely nothing wrong in testing. There is a lot for us to learn, there is a lot for us to take pride in, and there is a lot for us to carry forward. There is a lot of scope in testing. This is about careers. Now, I want to also talk about building yourself as leaders in testing. When I talk about careers, that doesn't mean that you have to go to a leadership position to be a leader. When you say leaders, leaders have certain qualities in them. They have empathy, they have the willingness to help others, they have the ability to help others succeed. These are some of the basic things that leaders possess, some of the basic qualities that leaders possess. And it would be extremely beneficial for all of us to focus our energies on those skills, because those skills can easily be picked up, they can easily be learned. Another most important thing I want to talk to you is from the movie Three Idiots, where the genius of Funsuk Tangru always kept on saying that it is focusing on excellence that makes us better, rather than focusing on something which is superficial. Chase excellence. Try to be the best in whatever you do. If you are a UI tester, be the best UI tester possible. If you are a usability tester, gather the courage and the skills that make you a UX testing expert. If you are a performance tester, gather the skills and expertise to become an expert in performance testing. So there is a lot that you can learn. There is a lot that you can, help yourself with to help you grow your career in testing. As for the future of testing, it is secure because it is with you, and you are the best custodians of this craft. You have to take pride in things that you do. You have to understand that it is you who is adding a lot of value by understanding the product better, by learning more, by giving the right information to the relevant stakeholders. Focus your energies on finding more information, gathering valuable information, and then you will see that you're making a world of difference. So this was my short take on the future of testing. Thank you so much, QA Touch, for the opportunity. And once again, a very happy Testers Day to all of you testers. Namaste.